Brian, Field Van. We're up in the Sierra Nevada mountains today, beautiful snowy area, heading up to do some snowboarding. But on the way, we thought we'd stop and take this opportunity to talk about winterizing the water system of the van. So we're gonna go take a look at this Summit 1 series on it specifically and how we winterize it. So there's two situations to talk about in the winter. So number one is camping in the winter. So we're out, we're set up, snowy and freezing outside, but we're inside. So the number one thing, if we're camping in the winter, is to have the heater on, right? Obviously, turn the heater on, keep the inside of the van from freezing because almost your entire water system is inside the van. So that's step one. Step two, if you're camping and your heater is on, is going to be isolating the city water valve. So the city water valve in the Summit 1 is here. We'll get to this in a minute. But what it does, when I turn on my water pump and I pressurize my system, water runs everywhere through all the lines in the van. The only one of those lines that reaches outside is city water, where I would connect and hose and plug in to fill the tank. So there's a valve in here I'm going to close, and then there's a drain below that I'm going to open, and that isolates my city water from the rest of the system. The other thing to watch is your gray water tank. In the Summit 1 series, the gray water tanks are inside, so I don't need to worry about that. In several of our vans, the gray water tanks are actually underneath the van. If that's the case, you're going to want to either open that gray water tank and drain it and leave it open, or you're going to want to put in what's called gray water tank antifreeze, which you can buy at any RV surplus store. Even Walmart sometimes has it. You pour that in and that keeps the water that goes into those gray water tanks from freezing. Second thing we're going to talk about is winterizing your van for storage. So if I live in a cold area, my van's parked in the driveway, it's going to be below freezing where it's parked. Obviously the inside of the van is going to be below freezing at night. So what you want to do in that case is drain all the water. So we make this really simple. The easy thing to think about, anywhere that has a water source or something that uses water is typically going to have a low point and a drain. So back here in the Summit 1, we have drains for the hot water and cold water line that run to our exterior shower here. We also have a drain that drains out the actual water tank itself. In this van, where the sink is, we don't actually have a drain because those lines run at a downward angle towards these here. So these drains in this area cover all of that. The only other drains in this is going to be your hot water heater, which is under the sofa. So underneath the sofa, there's a hot water and a cold water drain that we will open up. You want to drain all the water out of the system. Gravity will do that. If you live in an especially cold area, it's not a bad idea either to use the water pump to push water out of the lines. So once I've drained the entire system, I would close my valves back up again. Then I would turn on my water pump, come back here to my exterior shower, plug my hose in, spray it till it squirts just a little bit of air, right? And then stop. And then I go to my sink and do the same thing. Turn it on, spray it till it just does a little bit of air so you know that you've cleared that line out, and stop it. And then you want to shut off your water pump. All right, so that's the quick winterization on the Summit 1 series. Remember, all the floor plans are a little bit different, so if you have any questions, give us a call at Field Van.